How's it going, my dank doorknobs? How you doing today? It's Super John Bombo here, and today we're playing some half cash mode for you guys. This is actually one of the harder beginner maps for some reason that I don't fully understand. It just seems more difficult than the other ones. I think it's mostly because even though there's 3 areas right in the middle there's not that many towers that you sort of jam in there. They can still reach all 3 areas very easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually do a bottom path dart monkey here to start off. What we want to do is we want to get a dart monkey that can at least see to the other side there and still reach all 3 areas. And if you do that, bam, frickin' zam, baby, we could take this down. No lives lost into round 4. But I do want to point out that I don't care that much about lives, and we may lose some lives today, mostly because I'm going to do a Striker Jones play, who's fairly weak in the early part of the game, but he ends up being super duper powerful in the late game because he buffs every single cannon and mortar that you put down. And honestly, if you spam a couple cannons in here, you could freaking rock those balloons right there. So in addition to talking about my strategy and just sort of what towers you should end up picking in half cash mode and all that, I do want to talk about sledding a little bit, or the time that I went sledding in my backyard. Yeah, I mean, just a little while ago. It was actually last year that we did this, and the ridiculous snowman that we built, and how people started getting a little mad at us later on in the night when we were doing that. My neighbors, I know. I'm a weird neighbor, but I think I've talked to you guys about this, but I know for a fact that I am a very, very weird neighbor. I'm the kind of guy that I take my dog on walks randomly at, midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whenever. Or, I also take her swimming pretty much every day during summer, or every other day during summer. It's just something that I do. I just like, you know what, I want to swim. I don't know, she loves swimming. We're just going to go swimming together. It's perfect, But, yeah, definitely, I'm the weird neighbor. I stay up really, really late. 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, if not later, and I try not to bother anybody, though. I'm never the one that, plays loud music or anything, or does anything to hopefully annoy them. I make sure that I cut my grass and, keep everything organized, and when I shovel the snow, I don't just, shovel up, to the edge of my property. I actually go a little bit further to make sure that they know that I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I'm going to, help them out a little bit. I'm just trying not to be a jerk at all, I try to be, at least a little bit. But anyways, as far as strategy goes, yeah, we're going to be doing a Striker Jones start today. By the way, I'm sorry, my glasses, I'm wearing glasses right now, right? I don't know if you guys remember this from my live stream, but I'm planning on getting laser eye surgery pretty soon. So I'm going to talk about that in a future video and why I think it's a good idea and all that. But I just wanted to talk about that because I have my glasses on right now, and glasses on top of wearing my headphones are not comfortable at all, man. Especially with these headphones, they just do not work well. And I literally cannot see the screen. I have to put my eyes all the way up to about, I don't know, 1 pinky to thumb distance if I want to see what's going on the screen over here. I cannot see the numbers. I can't see anything. I mean, I can see random colors and stuff like that. I can probably guess what's going on, but I can't actually know what's going on. So, round 15, you guys probably know this by now. Round 15 is one of the most dangerous rounds in the game, especially with Striker Jones. Striker Jones, he does good group damage over here. Good for group greens, group blues, group yellows, whatever. But when you have a lot of random yellows and pinks and stuff just running through your defense on round 15, it's difficult for just about anybody. I feel like round 15 is extra specially difficult because you're even building towers that are pretty good at attacking quick and throwing projectiles that are just going to do quick damage over there. And they still end up not being as powerful as you probably want them to be. I don't know, round 15 just seems like there's just too many balloons that come out too quickly, and it's definitely one of the most one of the most difficult rounds for you to beat in the first, 30 rounds of the game, if not more. So anyways, what we're doing is we're going to go Dart Monkey, Striker Jones, and then Heli Pellet. The reason why we go for a Heli Pellet kind of early on in here is we can go for a half-price Heli, which is saving us about $700, and it's super duper freaking powerful over here, which is extra specially awesome for us. What I did with my Heli Pellet is, because I'm kind of lazy here, I just ended up locking them in place right in the middle here. It works out pretty well. We can still reach all 3 sides over here. It's kind of, I know it's stupid, but it takes the edge off of me. It makes me feel a little bit better about myself. As far as the Dart Monkey, make sure it's up to at least 002 over here so you can get the camo balloon for round 24. And then we sort of push on and start saving up some money, man. We got $1,200 already. What the heck do we want to buy? We're going to pick a banana farm? What? Chris? No. Yeah, really? What? Banana farms? Alright, man, let's pop it out here. Now, the crazy thing about banana farms and half cash mode is that by far they are not necessary. Okay? They are not needed on most maps. but they can make the game a little easier in the late game, which is when you really, really struggle. As long as you got your heli pilot and some sort of decent Moab pop and power tower over here, you should be able to pop the Moab cluster around 40, still get your banana farms going, and still hopefully win the game because you have tons of extra money in the late game. That's the plan. But you can tell Striker Drone's still not a great tower. I mean, he's doing some damage, but like the heli pilot's really doing the brute force of damage at this point. Striker Jones, it's weird because Striker Jones actually does do a good amount of damage sometimes. You know, if he gets like the right amount of balloons in the right spot and he's attacking right at the big bundle of people, sure, he works out wonderfully. But it doesn't always work out that way, so he's more of a randomly good tower. Sometimes he's good on certain rounds, sometimes he's sort of bad on other rounds. But we do go all the way up to a 2-0 banana farm. Again, this is not 100% necessary, but it does make the game just a little bit easier for us. So I'm always in the mood for easy things. I'm also not using a banana farmer, by the way. Woo! Alright, man, spicy. It's kind of cool, isn't it? I know I always use a banana farmer, but I'm not trying to save up for my monkey money or anything like that. I'm just kind of having fun and just deciding to do it just to show you that it's not necessary, alright? It's just something that I like to do, not a necessity. I mean, I don't even have to micro-reel with my helipad or anything. As soon as I get him on pursuit, he's just going to do his own thing for the rest of the game. So, next thing we do is we get a triple darts dart monkey. This is a camo detecting triple darts dart monkey, a 0, 3, 2. And he should be able to pop all the camo balloons up until usually around 42 is when you start not being able to handle them at all. Sometimes, though, around 37, depending on the map, won't be enough for you. So you might want to get something else around that time too, a ninja or a spike factory or whatever you want. Just to pop it down and make sure you're going to pop all them balloons right there, baby. And that's the nice thing about balloons is, yeah, sure, you can copy my strategy 100%, but you can just like switch it up a little bit. You know, like do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that, especially after round 40. Like round 40, sometimes it's almost a necessity to get almost the exact same towers as me, just to make sure, to confirm you're going to have enough Moab pop and power, because honestly, that's one of the hardest things to get on half cash mode. Sure, you can get enough balloon pop and power, pop a couple cannons down, just let them go to town on this stuff, you know? But that Moab class balloon, there's not that many towers that are good against Moabs. Sadly, man. It's kind of stupid, actually. Like, druids are okay, ninjas are okay, dart monkeys are okay, but if you want to actually get something that's good, I mean, you're talking like third tier monkey aces, or heli pilots, or depending on your hero, Azili is sometimes pretty good at them, or even Benjamin, if you get him up pretty high, he can actually insta-kill he doesn't let any of the balloons on the, you know, he basically insta-kills a Moab once you pop the first layer. Once you pop the Moab layer, boom, he's gone. And that really helps you out, not having to pop any other layers in between that thing. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm actually going to pull off a little bit of a weirder strategy than usual. I'm going to go for some textures in here, man. But I know. This looks really goofy. You're thinking it can't possibly work. Why the heck would you go textures? They're going to be my Moab pop power, alright? But also, later on in the game, they're actually not going to be that bad. Alright, so watch this. We got a pretty low level texture over here. Popped an extra cannon in here, just up to frag bombs. And you can see, if we want to, we wait till the ceramic balloons pop out, then we use our ability over here that's going to stun all the ceramics, so it allows us to pop them over time. Wonderful, man. Absolutely wonderful. Now, don't forget, round 42 is going to have those camo balloons over here, so you're going to need some sort of camo detection. Ninjas are just the standard good tower to get here, so pop this guy down just below your dart monkey. Once you get up to ninja discipline here, you can still reach over on that left side there, still hit all three sides. Woo! Delicious. This is one of my favorite setups, by the way. Heli Pellet Ninja combo is just straight up delicious. Sometimes I like to go for an early Alchemist on these guys and just power them up a lot, but it's not necessary. It's just something to do. I know in half cash mode it's really difficult to make sure that you get up all these towers and then still on top of that buy an Alchemist as well without just going absolutely crazy here. So the weird thing is my banana farm still actually hasn't even paid for itself here. It's about to make me like equal. I know, it's about to make me equal right now, so it's like, we're still like, we're down on money, basically. There's not very many ways to earn money in half cash mode, but with this banana farm here, like you can tell, now we're starting to earn some money on this stuff, and it's, you know, over the next 35 rounds here, it will matter, alright? An extra couple $1,000s. Pretty nice. So anyways, story time, baby. Alright, so, anyways, last year, it snowed a lot. Actually, this year, it's kind of sucking, man. It's been snowing like a quarter of an inch, like, every day. And so I hear the plows out every single day, salting the roads and everything. And the worst part about it, though, is the fact that you're getting tons and tons of potholes everywhere. Like, I'm really afraid that I'm going to get a flat tire over here, because I got to go somewhere tomorrow. I don't have to drive all that much, by the way. you know, I work from home, but I don't have to drive all that many places. And I don't know, I'm kind of afraid to, because it's like 45 minutes away, and it's through like these super crazy areas. And then on Saturday too, I gotta go somewhere too. I gotta like another place that's like 40 minutes away. And on Monday, I'm gonna go somewhere too. So lots and lots of pothole driving over here. It's gonna be kind of scary. And I know I drove today, man, and I was dodging potholes like freaking crazy over there, dude. So, anyways, back into action here. What we did was we did go for the Alchemist, by the way. We put him in between the Ninja and the Halley Palette. And then if he powers up anything else, fantastic. But really, the Ninja and the Halley Palette are like your two main guys you really want to get powered up over here. In addition to that, though, you might be looking at my texture down here and just thinking, Chris, that just still looks like a terrible spot, terrible upgrades. Like, I don't know what you were thinking, man. True. At this point, it's really not doing that much. But once we get more of them, and once we alchemize them, and once we fire them up, oh baby, that's when it's going to get real good for us, alright? So anyways, it snowed last year about a foot or so. It was cool because, you know, a lot of times when it snows, especially when it's wet snow like it was, it usually doesn't make big drifts. It usually just kind of falls down flat, you know? If you guys don't know if you guys don't live in a snowy area, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But snow, when it's windy out, it'll end up, especially when it's snowing a lot, it'll actually end up piling up bigger in some places and not piling up at all in other places. You know, you might get like 4 inches in some areas and, you know, 2 feet in other areas. It's not super duper common, but especially where there's like hills and like if there's a lot of wind going on, you get crazy things like that happening. Anyways, 2 years ago is exactly what happened, man. We had huge snow drifts, and it was right around our pool. So we had like 2 feet snow drifts right around there, where there was sort of like 4 inches of snow like other areas. So what we did though is we decided, let's go sledding. So we went to Menards, or Bernard's as me and my sister like to call it. We went to Menards and we decided to buy a sled. You know, we're like, hey, we're adults, we're 27 years old, but let's go sledding. Wow, man, let's have some fun over here. By the way, the next thing we did was we ended up going for another extra wizard. I highly recommend, if you're on half cash mode, going for one 0-2 wizard, or as long as you get the fire mage, the wall of fire mage. Everything else is kind of up to you. Depends if you want cam detection or not. Usually I do decide to go for the cam detection on this guy, so that's a bottom path, or a 0-2 wizard over here. So the great thing about him is he pops a crap ton of the balloons, alright? He just annihilates balloons. He doesn't always hit them exactly perfectly, but he just deletes a lot of balloons, and then that can allow your Heli Pellet and your Ninja to just do all the cleanup work, you know? And really just give a big bonus. To all your other towers, man. So we decided that we got a sled. Alright, fantastic. We were super happy. We were super excited. Now, we didn't really know where to go sledding. I feel like a lot of people, when they sled, they actually go to a fairly large hill, and they go sledding at said hill. But around where we live, it's not like there's no hills, but there really isn't like a good snow hill for us to go on. You know, like everything has like a street leading up to it, or it's like right next to like a school, or it's, you know, something. Right? There's just not really a good area for us to go, and we didn't feel like driving really far away to go sledding. You know, like it's kind of dangerous out there when you get a foot of snow. It's still all the water and everything, all the ice is still everywhere on the streets. We don't want to get in an accident in a stupid way. By the way, around 63 is a really tough balloon level. Make sure you start upgrading your cannons at this point. Every single cannon you get not only is powerful, but it's extra powerful because of Striker Jones over here, alright? Delicious. So we decided to say, screw it, man, let's go in the backyard over here. Alright, so we got our sled. We actually bought 2 sleds, by the way. I forgot. They were like $5 each or something. They were like not expensive at all. And we still have them, by the way. Still like ready to go sledding at any moment's notice, man. I'm ready to go. But in our backyard, believe it or not, there's not like a huge hill. There's like a, I don't know, man. I would say it's like a 25-degree angle down, and it's probably like 12 feet long or something like 15 feet long. Like, it's nothing crazy, but you can, if you get like a running start, like you can go whoosh, and you can slide down that thing, man. You can actually get going over there. So we were kind of excited. We're like, heck yeah, man, let's go test it out. Let's go in the backyard over here and let's do it. By the way, you might be thinking, Chris, you might be sort of hypocritical of you. You said you weren't going to drive anywhere, and now you're driving places to get sleds over here. Well, if I remember correctly, we either planned ahead and got the sleds ahead of time, or Menards is only, it's literally we have to drive in the side streets to get to Menards, so it's about, you know, like 2 to 3 minutes away from where we live. And that's not very far at all, you know, compared to if we tried to drive somewhere actually to sled. So that was just kind of a side note there, man. But anyways, we're going crazy. We're sledding down this thing. It's getting super exciting. Luna's outside with us. We decided to start trying to have Luna sled with us. She actually did, though. That was the exciting thing. She actually was not that afraid. She was a little afraid, all right? I'll admit it. But, like, I actually just held her, and we just kind of went down together, and she loved it, man. She was having a blast out there. It was just so fun to see her just running around and doing all these crazy things. It was kind of funny, too, because the snow drifts I was telling you guys about, the 2 feet snow drifts over there, Luna, when she tried to run through them, she, like, couldn't do it. And she's a big dog. She's, like, 75 pounds, almost 80 pounds over here. She's a big dog, and she's just, like, getting stuck in the snow, and it's, like I said, it's wet snow, so you really can't move through it. It was fun just seeing her jump. Like, literally, to get around, she had to jump. If you had, like, a little dog, like a chihuahua or some crap, just fall down in the snow, might not even escape out, man. Might just die in there. That'd be sad. How do small dogs deal with the snow, man? Do they just, like, dig out a little spot for them to go or something like that? I don't know. Luckily, we've never had, like, 3 feet of snow where Luna couldn't even go outside herself yet. Well, she's been alive 3 years, man. She's 3 years old at this point. But anyways, what happened, though, was kind of sad after that. We were sledding for maybe an hour or so, and we were getting super duper cold. And we're about to go inside, and then the neighbors come out, and they're like, we're getting flooding in our basement back here. You guys are just melting more snow. And we're like, hey, we didn't mean to, man. We didn't think that what was going on, you know. So the problem is like our house is kind of high up, and like I said, the hill going down leads to somebody else's house. So when we're sledding down this hill, we kind of lead to the back of our fence over there, and I guess what was happening was, not even sure if we were actually melting the snow or not. Maybe a little bit. But I guess we were melting a little extra snow, which made them a little upset over there. And they came out and they're like, can you not sled more? You know, blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right, fine. So I felt a little bad. I probably shouldn't have given in. I probably should have just kept sledding over there. But it was only like a one-time thing. We have gone sledding back there one more time, and they didn't yell at us or ask us to stop after that. So that was pretty good. That was like the only thing that I've ever had happen with those neighbors over there. I've literally like never talked to them at like any other point ever. It was just weird like that the first thing they said to us is like, it's kind of like mean, you know? But I don't know. I digress. So if you haven't noticed by this point, what we got going on is I needed some camo detection here. I always like to get some sort of monkey village for camo detection, even on half cash mode, man. It's expensive, I know, but round 78 is just a gigantic pain in my patootie over here, right? You can guess whatever the heck you think my patootie is, man. I don't care, alright? I don't really know what patootie is myself, okay? But in addition to that, though, we went for a couple extra weirdo firing tack shooter? What the heck are these, man? These are any good at all? Well, what you need to do is you definitely need to get an alchemist next to them. They're only good if you put an alchemist. Well, not only good, but they're extra specially good if you put an alchemist next to them. But they're also pretty good against mode class balloons as well, which is why I kind of like them in here. But they're also not bad against balloons. They're kind of like an all-around pretty decent tower over here. And for the price that you're paying for them, they're pretty good, even in all the way up until round 80 over here, man. They're just not bad at all. So, what you're going to do, though, is you're going to end up getting a bunch of 302 tack shooters over here. And then, in addition to that, you can pop an alchemist next to them, you know, 4-2 alchemist or whatever, which is kind of crazy. I usually don't get two 4-2 alchemists in my team up here. But now, man, oh man, we just sold our banana farm. We're up to bajillions of dollars over here. Holy crap. We're going to pop in an extra mortar over here just because. Burn some of these balloons, man. We're also going to pop an extra recursive clustering cannon over here, man. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Tell it, these group balloons still being a pain over here, man. Now, I don't know if you actually need to move around the mortar here, but a little bit of micro, don't hurt nobody. You know, in fact, I'm even fine with you just kind of not upgrading the mortar and not even buying the mortar, just buying another cannon or something like that. But I was like, I just feel like it's a waste if I don't buy a mortar over here, you know? I wanna buff both of these guys, not just cannons, man, but do something cool. And usually my favorite one is probably the birdie stuff mortar because you know that he's burning through up to 3 layers over here, alright? And then if you do end up getting them up to signal flare over here as well, you can decamelize those ceramics. You can see, I don't know how or why round 78 ended up being fairly difficult for the first group of ceramics and then just being an absolute breeze for the camo ceramics, but it was. We just annihilated those things. Moving up into around 79 and 80, If you beat round 78, I don't see you losing in round 79 unless you do something really stupid. I honestly, I don't think I've ever lost in round 79 ever. Reinforced BFBs, a little bit tough. That's really the only issue for us. But if you can't take down a Oh My God, you can't take down reinforced BFBs anyway, so it's kind of like, you know, you deserve to lose after that. Oh My God's got 4,000 health. Like, a lot, man. Mobs have 200, BFBs have 700, so guys have 4,000. You know, that's a huge change. Even the reinforced BFBs is 1,400. Alright? Two of them even. Combined together, 2,800, man. Look, not even close to his Oh My God over here. But of course, he does move slow. That's the only real thing he got going here. So anyways, we're just blasting this guy with everything we got, man. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Explode this Oh My God. You see these tactors actually doing a pretty good job at pop power here, and then we just ba-boom, blast him into smithereens over here. If you guys enjoyed, press the like button, subscribe, and of course, have a super duper